All right, welcome back. This is probably my favorite lesson out of the chapter. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's on geometric probability. So probability is pretty fun. It's used for odds and games. You guys have probably heard about it before. So here's an example of a probability. It's a pretty easy one. If there are 8 girls and 12 boys in a class, what is the probability of picking a student at random and it is a girl? Hopefully you're saying, Mr. Wilmus, this is too easy. We just take, all right, there's 8 girls in the class, and we divide it by the total kids in the class, which is 20. So 8 over 20 is our probability. I can use my calculator to say 8 divided by 20 is equal to 2/5, and if I want to know what that is as a percentage, say it's 0.4 as a decimal, so if I multiply that by 100, I'll get a percentage of 40%. So there is a 40% chance of picking a girl at random, which would mean picking a boy at random, that'd be the other percent from 100, so that'd be 60%. So we're going to look at some shapes and some areas and see how these probabilities work with them. So the first problem I have here is we're going to try and figure out the probability of, let's say we throw a coin onto this board and it landing on this nice, I don't know what color that is, like a bluish green color, the blue color here. So we have a coin and it lands somewhere on our board here. All right. So we want to figure out the probability of it landing inside there, inside that area. So that green area we'd want to subtract out. So what we can do is find the, let's find the green area first. So the area of, we'll say green, is going to be equal to our base times height, which is 1 times 1. And that is equal to 1. The area of our blue is going to be 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. But that's going to give us this whole square, everything on the inside. And we don't want that. We want to cut out this middle section because that's in green. So the area of the blue is actually going to be my 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. All right? So now if we want to find the geometric probability of my coin landing in the blue area, we're going to take my blue area 3 divided by the total area, which we found earlier, 2 times 2 is 4. So 3/4 of my area is this blue color, which means 1/4 of the total area of the shape is the green. We can change 3/4 into a percentage. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75, which would be 75%, would be the probability of flipping a coin and it landing on that blue instead of the green. All right. Here's another problem. I don't know how many of you guys are into playing darts. In my college days, I used to play a lot of darts. So here we have a game where you throw a dart at the board. If it lands in the blue, you get a bullseye and you win $100. The yellow, $50. The gray, $10, and the white, $0. So let's find the probability of each one. So first we're going to find the probability of blue. So the probability of blue is going to equal to the area of this blue here divided by the total. So let's find the total first. So the total is going to be this big square here. So the area of the total is going to be 18 by 18. 18 times 18. 18 squared. 18 times 18 is equal to 324. All right, so 324 is my total. So to find the probability of it landing on the blue here, we need to find the area of the blue and divide that by our total, 324. So the area of the blue, it looks like it's a circle with a, let me erase that. Looks like it's a circle with a radius of 1 inch. So the formula for the radius of a circle is pi r squared. So pi times 1 squared. And if I divide that by my total area, 324, I'll get the probability. So 1 squared is 1. 1 times pi is just pi. So basically I'm just looking for pi divided by 324. So let's see what that is in my calculator. Pi divided by 324 is equal to 0.009696. So if I multiply that by 100, I should get a percentage. I don't think I did that right. Times 100. You get 0.96%. Let me say 0.97%. 0.97%. So just under 1%. Let's just go ahead and call it 1%. Make it easy on us today. So we'll call it 1% chance of hitting that blue bullseye. Alright, so the second probability we're going to look at is the probability of yellow. So the probability of yellow here, it looks like it has a radius of 2 inches. So we can say the probability of yellow is pi times its radius squared divided by 324, my total again. Hopefully you're saying, whoa, 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 stop, Mr. Wilmus, you're doing something wrong. We need to subtract out this area inside here, which we figured out was just pi. So we need to subtract out the area of the blue, because it's not included in the yellow. So minus pi. So we have 4 pi minus pi. 2 squared is 4. 4 times pi is 4 pi. So 4 pi minus 1 pi would give us 3 pi divided by 324. Let's see what that gives us. 3 pi divided by 324 is equal to that. And if we multiply it by 100, we'll get a percent. And we get 2.9%, which is a little bit higher than the probability of the blue, which makes sense. It looks like there's more yellow than blue. All right, let's look at the gray. So the probability of the gray is going to equal to the area of the gray, which is pi times 3 squared. It looks like it has a radius of 3 here. We're going to take that over the total 324. And then we need to subtract out this circle here. So the area of that circle is pi times 2 squared. So we have 3 squared, which is 9 pi, minus 2 squared, which is 4 pi. So 9 pi minus 4 pi is going to be 5 pi over 324. I'll put that in my calculator. 5 pi divided by 324 is equal to that times 100, so we get a percent. Probabilities are a little bit easier to understand in percents. 4.9. So 4.9%. Let's make these a little bit easier to read here. Instead of 2.9%, I'm going to change that to 3%. And I'll change this one to 5%. So 3%, 5%. It's pretty close. So we have nice big whole numbers to look at this with. So the only thing we're missing now is winning $0 by getting it in the white area. All right. So to figure that out, we need the probability of we need the area of the white area, which we learned earlier. 18 times 18 is 324, but we need to subtract out this big circle. 324 minus pi times 3 squared. We're going to divide that by our total 324. Let's see what we get. Alright, I'm going to make a fraction of my calculator. 324. Oh, I'm not doing this right. 324 minus 3 squared is 9 pi divided by 324. And we get this. If we multiply it by 100, we get 91.2, or we'll call it about 91%. Alright, if we did this correctly, all of these should add up to 100%. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 91 is 100%. 91% chance of getting it in the white area, 5% chance of getting it in the gray area, 3% chance in the yellow, and a 1% chance in the blue. Alright, I have a kind of a tricky problem for you guys to try at home. It's called the parachute problem. I want you guys to try this on your own. You can bring your answer to class to see if you got it right or not. Good luck. See you in class. Don't be late.